What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video. Today we got to talk about why I believe Baby Doge will 100x after this crash that we have inside of crypto. So definitely stick around to the end, hit that like button and subscribe, become a member of the channel, and I'll go over any crypto that the members want me to go over next. Leave a comment in the comment section, and remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's go straight over Baby Doge. So before we even start to touch the technicals, let's kind of talk about some of the major catalysts that's going to actually help bring us all the way up to that 100x point. So 100x would be huge for Baby Doge. Just to kind of give you a thought about what 100x would do, it'll be pretty much be 100x from what we're at now. And if you're looking at this market cap being at $183 million market cap, and we kind of have that confirmed here, it's about 184, $183 million market cap. Because CoinGecko isn't always 100% on point with it, but they actually kind of are this time. But usually they aren't. But yeah, let's go ahead and take this 183 million, right? And all you really have to do is multiply this by 100. Now it may look outrageous, it may look insane, ridiculous to see at $18.3 billion market cap Baby Doge. But see, this would bring us near to 6Z1. And that's why I keep talking about 6Z1. That's 6 zeros and a 1 at the end, because this is completely possible. If we see a Binance listing, if we see a Coinbase listing, if we see a Kraken listing, if we see a Crypto.com listing, Robinhood listing, this is exactly what could happen. And then on top of all this, remember, they're still talking about doing a 50 quadrillion burn for Baby Doge. That's going to help us out a lot right there. It's going to help us out a lot. They said on Ethereum, but I believe they're still both combined in some type of way. So this is still going to help us out on the Binance Smart Chain as well. And who knows, maybe Baby Doge, maybe they want to switch over to Ethereum more so they can be more legit. Because as you see, Sheep got listed to Robinhood, they're an ERC20 token. Sheep got listed to Binance, Sheep got listed to Coinbase, they're an ERC20 token. But you don't see any Binance Smart Chain tokens on Robinhood. You don't really see many of them on different platforms like Coinbase and Binance. I think there's a few, but you don't really see them get listed like every day like that. But still, this is huge for us, a 50 quadrillion burn. That's another major thing that'll help Baby Doge 100x. If you think about it, that $18 billion market cap, that's a very good point for us to get here inside of Baby Doge. And in order for us to be around 18 billion, we would really be around 6Z1. And that's very, very well. That's very nice, because if you think about it, if you have a trillion Baby Doge, which is not that much money right now. I think it's like $1,000 right now. Like, let's just do some more math here. You take point, or let's just take $1,000 and divide it by our current price right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 1, 4, 3. That is about 874 billion. Baby Doge. That's why I said I'm waiting for like 9Z7 so then we can see some really good discounts. But anyways, let's take this 874 billion, which is $1,000 right now, and kind of just multiply it by where we would be at 6Z1, which would be that $18 million point, which are $18 billion, which would pretty much be a 100x from where we're at. So that'd be $87,000. So $1,000 right now could be worth $87,000 in the future with Baby Doge. Maybe this takes a year, maybe this takes 2 years, but who have you seen take $1,000 and turn it into 87,000 inside of 2 years? Like, not many people can do that, and the people that do, they usually end up going way crazier than 87,000 from there. They just take it to the millions. So there's a possibility for a lot of millionaires to be created off of Baby Doge. But anyways, this is pretty good right here, the 50 quadrillion burn. And on top of that, the AMA that we had, the previous AMA, they talked about how they're going to be releasing the Baby Doge wallet as well as the Baby Doge debit cards. So those are also going to be coming out very soon as well. And during that AMA, they said about through 2 to 3 months, they're going to be releasing the wallet. And then a little bit after that, the debit cards. So any moment now, anytime now, we could see the Baby Doge wallet coming out. So that's going to be the next biggest thing for Baby Doge. That's another thing that's going to help us go up, because it's going to be easier for people to get Baby Doge. I see a lot of people in my comments asking me, how do you buy Baby Doge? Where do you buy Baby Doge? But it'll be so much easier once they actually get their own wallet, once the swap is coming out and perfected, because we already had a swap, but it wasn't perfected. But once everything's perfected and everything's just up to par, you're going to see Baby Doge is going to start exploding, right? But anyways, over here you can see the tracker. We're still also burning more Baby Doge. Only 6.1 million volume for the day, but still we burned $16,000 for the last 24 hours in Baby Doge, which is 14 trillion Baby Doge. And past the hour, $508. Not too much, but it's still a fairly good amount. And within the past week, we burned a 98,000 in baby Doge, which is about 85 trillion baby Doge. So we're seeing a lot right now. We're circulating with 224 quadrillion baby Doge circulating right now. So that's fairly good, fairly well right there. Now, let's kind of talk about some of the technicals here because this is what a lot of people want to see. They want to see where exactly is Baby Doge going to be coming up next. So right here, you can see the 24-hour market control is actually in control by the bears by 60%. So it's actually indicating that we're still 60% bearish. You can see here on the oscillator too, a lot of selling is starting to happen. But you can also see we are getting rejected on this resistance a lot. So the red areas are supply and demand of less demand, which is pretty much our resistance. Green areas supply and demand of more demand, which is pretty much our support. Notice how on the 15M chart, you do not see any immediate green areas. That means that there's not any immediate demand for baby Doge at these prices, which kind of indicates that you're going to see a drop inside of baby Doge coming very soon. And actually, I want to show something right here. Notice how our highs are kind of becoming lower. See how over here we had a nice high on the 12th of June, and we had a nice high around 1295. And then our new high came down here, and it kind of stopped a little bit around there around 1169. Then it started becoming a little bit higher, but now it's starting to become lower again. And you're starting to see this. It's getting rejected time and time again at these resistance areas. And now you see right here, it's a lot lower than it was back here because the highs are now becoming lower. Now this is our new high right at the bottom of this resistance, and that's actually at 1160. So you're actually going to end up seeing baby Doge going a little bit lower now. So this is just the 15M chart. Now, when you look at it from the 4-hour chart here, yes, we do have some green areas for our supply and demand. So there is some more demand, but look at how it's fading out around here. Look at how dark shaded this is down here. This is very dark, and then as you can see here, it's starting to get very lightly shaded, which is a key indication that we're about to have a breakthrough. We're about to pass this area. We're about to go below our support. We're about to break it. So that's why you're seeing less demand here. Because remember, like I said, the green areas are more demand, but once you start see it fading out like this, that means that we're starting to become less and less demand. But look, we're still in control by the bulls by 60% in the last 24 hours when you look at it from a long term. But you also got to think, yes, there's this red area up here for resistance, which is less demand, which is pretty much our supply and demand over here of less demand. Yeah, there is resistance there, but what will more than likely happen, baby Doge will try to pump up there one more time about 1270, get rejected right up here from 1250 to 1270, and then we're going to go on our next leg down. And look, it's going to pass the support this time. We got stopped at the support the other time because we had some actual support, but now it's starting to fade away. So the next one, you're probably going to see where we came all the way down here, which will be at 9Z7. You're probably going to see baby Doge hit 9Z7 or possibly 9Z6 if the crypto market continues to go down. But if we have a reversal in Bitcoin, that may not happen like that. So you can see over here, Bitcoin is now going off of an overbought area. And that's because right as we bottomed out here, people just seen that huge buying opportunity, like I mentioned in my previous video. And you can actually see that overbought here on the oscillator. And you can see how it was oversold at first. And overselling always indicates that there's about to be some overbuying coming right next to it. And that's why you see this bullish signal. So yeah, definitely watch my video from yesterday. Now, you can also see over here that we do have resistance in our supply and demand of less demand. Supply and demand of less demand is about 22.5K all the way up to about 22.7. So you could see Bitcoin rising back up to 22.5, 22.7K, but it could be a bull trap, and you could see that rejection coming immediately after. If it's not a bull trap, you'll then eventually see it go to 25K, and then it's just going to storm all the way back up to about 30K. So that is on the short term. Now, when you look at the longer chart, which is the 4-hour chart, you see there's still a bullish movement coming up here. If you look at the oscillator, every time we have so much selling, we always bounce back with buying. And you see this was way oversold. All that selling, way oversold. So that is definitely a key indication that we're about to get some buying coming back in. You can see even on the oscillator that the selling is starting to wane down. It's starting to become less and less prominent. So you're probably about to see the selling, crossing itself out, and now buying coming back in. You can actually kind of see it right now. So let's just kind of look at that. So you can see a little bit of a green area coming up here for the buying. So that indicates that buying is coming in. It's very, very lightly shaded, very small, which pretty much means that it's starting, but it hasn't necessarily started. But it is inside of the process of starting up. So you're about to see buying coming back in for Bitcoin. And like I said, that's going to end up sending us rally back to 22K. And if it's an actual bull rally and it's not like, if it's an actual bull rally and it's not just some bull trap, then you will see it get up to 26K, eventually up to 28, and then eventually back up to our 30Ks. So that's what we're looking at here for Bitcoin. Now, this is pretty much all I got for you all for the technicals. If you look over here, Baby Doge not down too much, 0.6%, 0.7% now. And I've been making this statement saying how Baby Doge is outperforming the market. You see Bitcoin down 4.9%, Ethereum down 6.9%. But when you look at Baby Doge, it's only down 0.7%. You see everything else is down huge, but Baby Doge is down so little. It's almost like a stable coin. Like, look at how these stable coins are barely down anything. Baby Doge barely down anything. So this is actually pretty good for us. It's pretty good for us. You don't see much cryptos doing stuff like that. But anyways, this is pretty much all I got for you all today. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe if you like the video. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you all want me to go over next. And also, if you want to become a member of the channel, definitely go ahead and do that. It will really help you out. If you want me to go over any crypto that you want, then I'll go over it for you immediately. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.